This is 1360 AM.
WNJC, Washington Township, Philadelphia. Philadelphia's Renaissance radio station. Brought to you from Forsyth Broadcasting. Or listen to us at WNJCradio.com.
Okay, everyone, it's time to put on your listening ears, thinking caps, and laughing shoes. It's time for the Doc and Amy Show, with your sweethearts of the airwaves who agree to disagree. Well, sometimes. Take it away, Doc and Amy.
You feel blame?
No.
Feel Remy?
Oh, yeah.
Are you mad?
Uh-huh.
Do you feel like Wooster Bob Referendus? Get Freddy?
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. What kind of crap?
Well, once again, Charles Manson has brought us into an hour with Doc and Amy. Welcome to everyone. We are coming to you from WNJC 1360, and that will allow you to memorize our call-in number, 856-227-1360. And you can also reach us on the World Wide Web, thedocandamyshow.com. You can reach us, you can twit us on Twitter, and that is
tweet
at Doc and Amy Show.
You're like a Twitter freak now, and you still don't say it right.
I don't care.
But it's important.
Not really. You can reach us by any of those methods. We would love to have you call us in. Again, that's 227-1360. Today we have a very, very special guest. I'll get to that in a few moments. We want you to certainly join us for that. We want to say hello, Amy. How are you?
I'm good. Thanks for introducing me. That's very sweet
Certainly.
of you.
Well, I just wanted to make sure everybody knew who you were.
Yeah,
okay.
I'm sure they don't.
And we have John with us again. Hello, John.
How's it going? Good to be back.
Good. Did you enjoy Florida?
I did.
I can't curse on air, so I won't.
She's mouthing the words, though.
And then you come home and it's beautiful.
Yeah. I left a couple hours before the snowstorm, and I came back a couple hours afterwards. So.
Well, there's always a snowstorm.
I couldn't have gotten any more lucky.
And this week, again, we're supposed to get snow tonight. It won't be a lot. And then Tuesday and Wednesday.
Well, for all of those who continue to make the comments about snow, I'd like to remind them that it is winter, and those things are expected.
We are not used to it in New Jersey, though. I know you are because you're from the Midwest, and you're used to a lot of snow. We are not. This is insane for us. It's constant.
I was telling somebody the other day that when they close school around here, it just really gets under my skin because those are the types of days that we would have still been riding our bikes to school.
Yeah, it's just different. There was one day where I was like, I'm glad they closed school because the roads were very icy. Yeah. And there was one day that they should have done it. I think it was a Monday.
Have you ever ridden in a school bus that was doing a donut? It is pretty cool.
That's really great.
No,
I don't want my kids riding in a school bus.
My dad had a school bus, and my brother and I took it out in a parking lot, and we're doing donuts with it.
That's really great. Seriously.
Well,
no, they do call school off too much, though.
They do.
It's crazy. I mean, school buses can drive in the snow. It'll be okay.
And the rain and overcast.
Yeah, that one day it was raining, and they called school off. I'm like, are you serious?
I know.
It's raining outside.
Well, anyway, aside from that scintillating radio, certainly welcome everyone who has joined us, both of you. We are, again, having a very, very special guest. I will tell you that for those of you who are able to remember the television show Bewitched with Elizabeth Montgomery and the two Dicks, Dick York and Dick Sargent. Also in that show was a young lady named Tabitha. That was her character, Erin Murphy, and she's going to join us later. We're going to be discussing all kinds of things with her, and we're actually celebrating the 50th anniversary of the launch of Bewitched. So we have a few guests that we're going to have on here in the very near future celebrating different milestones, anniversaries of sorts.
I am so excited to talk to her. I watched that show when I was a kid. The reruns after school or whatever, and she was so stinking cute. Oh my gosh, John! I don't know if you've ever seen that show. You'll have to look it up. You probably haven't. You're too young, but Oh my God, she
hasn't
was
seen
so
much of anything.
cute. It's a shame. You know what?
We asked John if he's seen something. Never.
He's
never.
too young to have seen that. But I mean, I only saw reruns, and they were on after school. You know, I wasn't around when they were actually filming it. I don't think. I'm pretty sure they were reruns. It's a 50th anniversary. I'm not 50, so.
Well, it's a 50th anniversary
of the beginning of the show.
Yeah, the launch.
But
of the
I'm
show.
pretty
it ran
sure
8 seasons, so I'm sure.
Then I'm Then I wasn't.
No,
they were.
You're not
reruns.
even old enough to watch the reruns.
But what I loved about these shows is back when I was a kid, and I'm not that old, but they were actually shows. You know what? You're a lot older than me, so there were actually shows that families could sit down and watch together, and everybody could enjoy them.
And you know that.
And there's
we still complained about the commercials.
No, but there's so many. There's like Happy Days. Laverne and Shirley was a little sketchy. Bewitched, Gilligan's Island, The Waltons, The Cosby Show. Like there were so many shows.
I grew up with Mr. Ed, My Mother the Car, McHale's Navy. You know, shows that were still in black and white.
Yeah, well, you know, I wasn't. We had those in color, but there was just so many shows that we would sit down at 8:00 every night and watch a show together. And every night there was a show that we could all watch together. And now. There's nothing on network TV that my kids can watch. Right. And even if they could watch the show, the commercials are like R-rated. It's unbelievable how inappropriate, you know, these commercials are. Like I had an issue with Toy Story and a commercial came on and these teenage kids are laying in bed together.
Yes.
It was Toy Story and the commercial, these teenage kids with nothing up top. They had sheets on. It was obvious. During Toy Story.
What kind of toys?
Oh, ABC got an earful from me about that one. But anyway, so
Speaking of earfuls.
I'm really excited about her coming on because, one, I loved the show when I was a kid, and two, because she's a very interesting person.
Well, if we can get some business out of the way, we will certainly get in touch with her. Now, can we do our... 2 people, 1 quote. Just go ahead and because I always look forward to that.
Okay.
And for those of you who may not be familiar with it, 2 people, 1 quote is an invention by Amy, wherein she reads a quote, then she attributes it to 2 different people, and John has to guess which one of those people actually is the author of the quote. So we need to get through this pretty quickly. What we'll do is remind everyone Amy is up 1 game.
Wait, Kay Paul lost last week, didn't she?
Oh, you're up 2. That's right. Yes,
we had our guest do it. So.
Yes. So, John, if you're up for this, we're going to go ahead and roll right into that and see how it turns out.
Okay.
So Amy is up 2. Let's see if she can defend her title.
There we go. It was revealed this week that Sandra Bullock and George Clooney were not the first choices to star in the movie Gravity. Seriously? Who said no? God and Oprah? Was that Jimmy Fallon or David Letterman?
David Letterman.
It was actually Jimmy Fallon. Do you have a pen?
No.
Come on, Gok.
I'm sorry.
I'm so tired of him not being prepared. Now I can just so our viewers know, I can count to 5. There we go. Well, thank you. Now he's throwing pens at me. So if I keel over and stop talking, it's because I got stabbed to death with a pen.
If you keel over, I'm not so sure you will stop talking.
Shut up. All right. Quote 2. Yesterday at the Olympics, a snowboarder who was raised in America won a gold medal for Russia. So congratulations to Edward Snowden. Was that, I love that. Was that Conan or Jon Stewart?
Jon Stewart.
It was actually Conan O'Brien.
Oh my gosh. Amy, it looks like, is zooming into an early 2 point.
And that, just by the way, I call him Conan. That's my personal nickname. We're really good friends, and I just call him Conan. So that's why I said,
yeah, of course.
Okay, whatever. The Russians were supposed to do well in men's and women's hockey. Now they've both been eliminated. Not from competition, actually eliminated. They're gone. Vladimir Putin threw them a poison state dinner. Was it David Letterman or Stephen Colbert?
I'm going to say David Letterman.
You are right.
All right. John's on the board with 1.
There we go. Okay. This afternoon, the U.S. women's team, one woman.
Yeah. Some women are big enough to be a team.
Yeah. This afternoon, the U.S. women's team faced off against Canada in the gold medal hockey game. A weird thing happened during that game. I found myself caring about women's hockey for just like a moment. Was it Jimmy Kimmel or Jimmy Fallon?
Jimmy Fallon.
Was Jimmy Kimmel.
Oh, Amy pulled.
These are hard, though.
The 3-point lead. Well, we always play 5. But
some of them, it's kind of obvious who says them, but some of them are difficult. So, okay. Today, the Russian hockey team lost and was knocked out of the Olympics. People in Russia haven't been this depressed since last week. So, Jimmy Fallon or Conan O'Brien?
Jimmy Fallon.
You were right.
Oh, right. So
that wasn't bad. That was close.
That was a pretty
that
close
was pretty
game.
good.
That was
They're
3-2
funny quotes,
Amy's
though.
favor. So Amy is now up 3 games in the series. Well done, Amy. So look forward next week. We'll have a brand new 2 people, 1 quote. And another
I like that.
bell for some reason, okay?
Because I won. It's like the Gong Show. I just gonged John because I won. Remember the Gong Show?
Yes, I do. I didn't make the cut, as a matter of fact. So
I was actually the gong.
I was the understudy for the losing performer.
And then you went on the Bong Show.
And that's why I forgot the Gong. We will be momentarily joined by our guest today, Aaron. And I'd like to tell you that coming up in the near future, we will be talking with other noted personalities. We have got
D.
D is, and if you remember E.T. and Cujo, that lovely blonde woman who played in both of those movies, Dee Wallace will be joining us. We've got several surprises. We've got some authors. We've got some comics. We've got TV and film stars. We have quite a lineup.
I'm excited about D too. So, because I watched E.T. when I was a kid a million times, and I've watched it a million times since. And Stephen King is one of my favorite of that genre authors, and I loved Cujo too. So I'm excited about having her. So I think John's working on getting Aaron on the line.
Yeah, we're having a little
so
trouble making connection here.
We'll just chat for a little bit. And
Sure. Well, we do have some other guests coming up. You can check our website, thedocandamyshow.com. I was a little late this week in updating it, but I'll try to do better. So just that will keep you informed. I believe we are now ready to speak with Erin Murphy. She, again, was Tabitha in Bewitched, along with several pages of her
she's done a lot.
her credits. She has been everywhere, done everything, it looks like, in the entertainment world. Are you with us, Erin?
I am. Can you hear me?
Yes, we can. Delighted to have you at the Doc and Amy Show. How are you doing today?
Oh, I'm great. Thank you.
Guessing that the weather in your neck of the woods is pretty enjoyable right now.
Well, I live in Southern California, so yes, we're perfect weather.
Whatever, Erin. Okay. It's actually 56 here today.
Yes, it's
that's warm.
Yeah, it's unseasonably nice. And,
Well, it's going to snow the next 3 days, though, so we're it's not going to last long. But I'm glad you're enjoying nice, prolonged weather.
Yes, send us pictures. Now, I have been reading through the information I was sent, and now you started on Bewitched at you were like what, about 2?
I started right before I turned 2. Yes.
Oh, okay. And now, how did you? Amy's phone is going off. This is delightful. Did you stay in your character for the entire rest of the run of the series?
Oh, yes. I was on until the show ended. I started in the first color episode, so the first episode of the 3rd season.
Okay.
And then I stayed on through the 8th season.
Okay, so yeah, I have it 8 seasons. That's a nice long time, and I also I included on our events page on our website that you actually shared the stage very early on with the likes of Ronald Reagan and
That's awesome.
Oh yeah, and Henry Fonda. So you've got quite an interesting entertainment career, haven't you?
Yep, I've worked with some of the greats of Hollywood, that's for sure.
Well,
I always joke with people that I'm one of the few actresses who worked topless with Ronald Reagan.
Yeah, as far as we know. Yes, and you were
funny.
you were discovered in your stroller, so you got a very early beginning to the entertainment business. One of the things, of the many things that I have highlighted here in your etude de vie that was sent, that you turned down a part on the Waltons to go to Girl Scout camp. That's a very dedicated Girl Scout, I have to say.
Well, the thing was, Bewitched wasn't canceled. We went for a regular hiatus break, and during that time, Elizabeth Montgomery and her husband decided not to do Bewitched anymore. So I was already scheduled to go to Girl Scout camp during my break, and we got a call about the Waltons, and I thought, I really want to go to Girl Scout camp. Luckily, my parents let me do that.
And you know what? I think that's why you turned out so well, because we all know there's a lot, more often than not, a lot of child actors who don't turn out so well. And I think, your parents did the right thing, and they put you first and your wishes. You need to be a kid. And that's probably, to credit your parents, that's probably why you turned out so well and you never had any problems, because they respected you and your wishes. You should get to go to Girl Scout camp.
I wanted to go to Girl Scout camp, but that idea got nixed right away. Now, you have lots of irons in the fire. I'm just amazed at all of the things that you have done and are currently doing. Can you give us some idea of some of the things that you have done that stand out to you personally?
Oh, gosh. In my whole life, I've done almost everything. I try to do a little bit of everything. I worked as a casting director, obviously an actress and television host. I run an equestrian center and own a ranch here in Southern California. I raise alpacas, have a knitwear company called Erin Murphy Knits. I do all kinds of things. I've been a stunt person. I've been a teacher. I've been a makeup artist. Gosh, I don't know. Name something, and I'll tell you if I haven't done it.
That's right.
It's kind of like Doc. That's how Doc is.
I have a short attention span, so I've pretty much been round the block.
He's opening an alpaca farm next week, so he can add that to his list.
Me and Al.
Yeah. That's pretty cool.
Now, your stunt work, it says that you were a stunt double for Virginia Madsen. What did they have you do?
But I've been a stunt double for a couple famous actresses.
Oh.
I worked as a Virginia Madsen stunt double, and also Melissa Leo, who was in the for a few years ago.
Yeah. Oh, that's really cool.
So did they set you on fire? What kind of things did they...
Yes, anytime they need someone on fire, they pop out. I've done a lot of riding stunts and also horseback riding stunts, since I obviously rode horses.
Oh, okay.
Very cool.
Well, since I was in kindergarten, I wanted to do stunts in the movies, and I practiced all the time. I jumped off the top of moving trains, had people hit me with their cars. I've fallen down over 1 million stairs, I think.
He counted.
Because, I'm an idiot. I didn't get paid for any of it, so but it was lots of fun, and that's something I always aspired to doing, and in keeping with that, I joined the Navy. I don't know how it all worked out, but... Anyway, now you do a lot of things community-oriented and public service. You were a celebrity with a cause on CNN Headline News. You do a lot of things with the community. I did. I have to admit this. I'm such an idiot. This one sentence in the information, from chairing golf tournaments to running, it says the dunk tank at our hometown fiesta. I read drunk tank. I don't know why.
You know what? I can confirm it's pretty much the same thing.
Well, I had to look at that again. That couldn't be true. So you have some things that you're doing with fitness. It looks like you're big into fitness and the Ab Shark and the Bun Shaper and those kind of things. Tell us something about that. How did you get involved in that?
Well, one of the things, as an adult, I have children, and I kind of made a decision with my husband that I didn't really want to work full-time on a TV set, since the hours are 12 hours a day, 6 days a week, and it didn't really... gel with being a parent. So I kind of reached out to my business to figure out what I could do, to still be in the entertainment business, but not work hours of a sitcom. So it kind of led me to correspondent work, hosting work, some radio things, and it kind of led to endorsements of products. So I was a spokesperson for a bunch of products, fitness products. I've got a line of Italian cookware that I support. There's a company that I'm working with now, and I'm actually a partial equity owner in this company called Slim Chillers. And they're like Otter Pops. Remember Otter Pops when you were a kid?
Yes.
But they're flavored martinis.
Oh.
It's the coolest product in the world.
Oh.
So, and do the kids really like those? And I know it says here you have 6 boys. Is that correct?
I do. I'm a mother of 6.
Well, we have 2 at our house. God love you.
Yeah.
You sound so happy. I just
He sounds so happy. I love 6 kids. He wouldn't, though.
Well,
you should have seen his face when I said that.
I went insane for about a second there. Now you have also you were integral in supporting the movie effort of Bewitched, the one with Will Ferrell, and who was in that with Will Ferrell?
And Nicole Kidman, right?
Nicole Kidman, yes. Thank you very much. I'm just not having a good day. Now, did you have any real input into that as far as characters and the background and so forth?
I wasn't in the film, but obviously since I'm one of the few remaining cast members for Bewitched, they came to me and I helped them, and support the movie and went to the premiere and talked about it in the press and enjoyed it. I liked the movie very much. Yeah,
it was a fun movie, and one of the things that stuck out to me, aside from the drunk tank thing, was your husband's name is Darren.
Yes, it is.
Well, now is that on purpose?
She just waited.
Got online and looked for a Darren. And no, that's very coincidental. I looked at that and I thought, how about that? That kind of took me by surprise. I'm thinking, that was an amazing coincidence.
It's not like it's a very common name like John or something like that.
Right.
Everybody comments on it, but it didn't even register to me when he said it. It didn't even register. It was like, "Hi, my name is Joe." It meant nothing. Everyone comments on it, but it didn't even register.
I mean,
but I joke. I tell people I put an ad out on Craigslist looking for a Darren. Everyone.
Now, does he get upset when you do magic?
Yeah, there you go. Wink on your nose.
Wiggle your nose again, darling.
What, you like that? Aaron, you were so stinking cute. I watched Bewitched when I was a kid. You were so stinking cute. No, I just love that show.
It was just a delight. I watched actually the episode where just the other day, doing a little research, watched the episode where you actually came into the world as a character, and it was a very funny episode. It was, Eve Arden was in it, and just everybody. The chemistry was just superb. So it's something that has so well stood the test of time. It's still just a great show to watch.
Yeah, it's just amazing that the show was made so long ago, but it's still relevant, and I think that's really cool. I love, we were saying
my ex-mother-in-law was a witch.
There you go. Earlier in the show, that then there were so many nice family shows that everyone could enjoy together. And you don't have that now. It's a shame, but there's a lot of the shows that I watched as a kid I can still watch now and enjoy, which is really cool.
Oh yeah. So that was a time really when you were in a series that was successful, and Bewitched has been named top 100 shows of all time, top 50 comedies. What was it in Australia? The top, I'm trying to find it here. It was top 10 greatest shows, and I can't. And you were in the top TV kids of all time. So that's quite a distinction, quite an honor.
Well, I think it's one of those things where the show is so well done. I mean, if something is good, it'll still be good in 10 years and 20 years.
Right.
And it seems crazy to me that this is the 50th anniversary of Bewitched, because I don't feel old enough to be on a show that's that old.
Yeah.
No, I saw your picture. I was, in going through all the PR material. I wouldn't have thought that you would have been in a show back that number of years. It's it must be all that spokesperson type of action you're doing with the health products that keeps you fit.
Yeah. Well, I just live a healthy lifestyle too. I mean, I'm up early feeding horses. I'm running after kids all the time. I'm just a pretty active person. I think if you're happy and you're happy with your life, you look younger and healthier probably.
Absolutely. And like you have a farm, you have horses, you're always keeping yourself busy, and being outdoors reduces stress, and that keeps you looking young too. So
absolutely. And if any of you guys have been to your 30th high school reunion, it'll make you active because suddenly you're in a room with all these old people.
I did. I went to one high school reunion, and it was so depressing. All these people that. We went out and did all these crazy shenanigans, and now they were having trouble getting across the room. No, I didn't. I'm not going back. Now, what do you have in the works coming up? What kind of things should we know about?
A whole bunch of things. This is the year where my kids are a little bit older, and I always said that when my youngest is about to go into middle school, that I'll transition back into acting. So I just started putting feelers out there, and I'm reading some scripts. I just shot an independent film. I'm doing more acting type things this year, in addition to hosting. So I'm busy. We film a lot at our ranch. I run it as a filming location. So we've got a million things going on this year.
Well, that sounds great. Anything we should look for specifically, or is this all top secret?
I'm not allowed to really say anything right now. There are 2 pilots that I'm doing. I don't think I'm allowed to talk about anything.
But that'll be cool because we'll see you in them. We'll be like, we know her.
I have never heard anyone say there are 2 pilots that I'm doing who wasn't a flight attendant. I'm sorry. Are we still on? I'm so sorry. Those things just happen. Well, now a lot of the things that you have been. I mean, as I go through this list of publications, People, U.S., Allure, USA Today, TV Guide, and you're still probably coming up in the TV Guide crossword like once a month. I think. I don't know. You do a lot of interviewing and so forth. Now, how does that keep you? Is that you get a lot of calls for national publications still? Are they keeping you real busy as well?
Yeah, I get calls to do a lot of things. Absolutely, I'm really busy.
Wow, it's amazing that I probably would kill over dead doing.
Well, and she has 6 kids too. Let's not forget that.
Right.
I mean, that's a lot of responsibility right there.
Chasing around after 2 is deadly enough to me, but I couldn't imagine 6. I have to sit and wrap my head around that. 6 boys, knowing how energetic the 2 we have at home are.
Yeah, they're crazy.
Woof. Now, some of the things that you did. Now, did you appear in any other films or have any other TV credits that we would maybe recognize? I mean, I know after Bewitched.
Well, I did a bunch of TV things after Bewitched.
Uh-huh.
I did, from Bewitched until adulthood, I've done over 100 commercials. Mm-hmm. Back then, I did Lassie.
Oh, yeah.
I did. Oh gosh. I also have a big dog.
I can hear that. Well, we'll talk to him in a minute.
I have a bunch of dogs. So a motorcycle just went by way out in front of the ranch.
That's okay. We like sound effects on this show.
Yes.
But I worked on a bunch of different TV shows and movies, behind the scenes and in front of the scenes. I worked on a TV series called The Young Riders, which was with Josh Brolin and Melissa Leo and all these Steve Baldwin, all these actors back when they were first starting. I worked on them for a couple seasons. So there have been a lot of different things done.
I just think it's really cool that you do stunts too. That's awesome. That must be so much fun.
It's a lot of fun. It's one of the reasons you heard a couple of years ago. I did a series called Hulk Hogan's Celebrity Wrestling.
Oh my God! You know what? I remember that.
Did you beat him?
Yeah, it was a season long. It was a season long series, and they called my agent, and it was one of the times where they called with a straight off. We want Aaron on the show. Tell her it's just like Dancing with the Stars, but it was wrestling.
Oh my gosh!
Well, some of that when I dance, it looks like wrestling.
If you look online, you can find footage everywhere. Dennis Rodman was my tag team partner. That's the kind of show it was.
Oh my gosh! Now he intrigues me. So that must have been very interesting to have to, interact with Dennis Rodman.
The hardest part of the show, wrestling, was it's difficult. It was physically grueling. By far, the hardest thing on the show was understanding even one word that Dennis Rodman said.
Well, and now that he speaks Korean, it's probably even harder.
That is funny. So you really have done a lot. Like now you've done the full spectrum. And Dennis Rodman being completely all the way on the other end.
Yes, that's so quite a stretch.
Funny.
It's been a distinct pleasure meeting with you and hearing about all of the things you have accomplished and the things that you have in the works. Is there anything you want to leave us with that maybe we should look for that makes for a special reminiscence?
I'm very, very easy to find online. Google Erin Murphy or Tabitha Bewitched. I'm on Twitter and Facebook, and you can find out more than you ever want to know about me. I'm constantly talking about myself. It's very narcissistic.
No, that's what you're supposed to do. That's what we wanted.
Well,
so
and that's exactly. We now we are Erin Murphy information sponges, and we have been looking at like episodes of Bewitched and certain things in preparation for the show, and I have to say that it was the most enjoyable research I've ever done. So, thank you. Now you're welcome to hang out with us if you like. Certainly, we would love that. We do have some quizzes and things coming up here in a little while, but we do want to thank you for joining us. And,
thanks. It was great to be here.
We're thrilled to have you.
We wish we could have been there, though.
True.
Instead of New Jersey.
Well, next time, are you in Philly? Is that where you guys?
We're right outside.
Right outside, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, next time I'm out that way, I'll come in and I'll do a thing from wherever you are.
Oh, that would be awesome.
Very good. Just keep us posted. We will.
That would be so cool.
We have a chair with your name on it.
Awesome.
That would be perfect. Thank you.
Thank you, Erin.
We so enjoyed it. And thank you, everyone. Erin Murphy.
Try to stay warm.
We will try.
We will.
Thank you so much.
Have a good day.
Sure, bye-bye.
Bye-bye. Well, that was delightful.
That was awesome. That was so much fun. She's so nice.
Oh yeah, she's just like a ball of energy.
She's so cool.
And if you read through her PR notes, the notes they sent me for the interview, just 2 pages of stuff.
She's done a lot.
It's amazing. So she is an amazing woman. She's a very vocal about causes.
You know what I love about her? The best thing about her is, and I didn't really want to say this on the phone because I wanted her to know that I'm genuine. I really like the fact, because I'm sure people who interview aren't necessarily like that, but I think it's really, really cool that she and her husband decided that she wasn't going to do a lot of acting when she had kids. I think that's awesome that she put her family first, and she has a lot going on. It's not like she couldn't have gotten the work. She certainly could have.
Well, and that's
that's really cool that she did that.
And that's something I wanted to mention. Of course, I did not while we were talking to her because she knows all this stuff.
Yeah.
But she's very active in her community. She's been president of the Junior Women's Club, a member of her city council leadership program. She's been donating blood since she turned 18. She has taped a PSA for the Red Cross, and she. Like I said, chairing golf tournaments and running the dunk tank at her hometown fiesta, not the drunk tank. And she actively supports Cure Autism Now and Autism Speaks. All kinds of things. And we certainly, again, we're delighted to have her. And I sincerely hope that if, she makes it out this way, we can chat with her live.
That would be awesome.
Perfect. So if you would like to chat with us live, you can call 227-1360. That's 1360. What we'd like to do now is take a momentary break for some commercials, and we will come right back with more fun and games with Doc and Amy. Hey, everybody. This is Doc of the Doc and Amy Show. I just wanted to let you in on a secret of mine, CPS Computers. They've been serving the area's computer needs for over 8 years now, and when it comes to computers, they can help you out too. They have a wide variety of new PCs and laptops to choose from. They do free diagnostics, and they can repair your broken machine for you. That's CPS Computers. They're at 722 Mantua Pike at the Heights Plaza in Woodbury Heights, and they're between the Subway and the Dollar Tree. Visit them or call 856-251-1007. That's 251-1007. And be sure to tell them Doc and Amy sent you. And don't forget about CPS Computers' second location in Cinnaminson at 1204 US 130, suite number 4. They have all the same equipment, same deals, same diagnostics that you need for your computer. Give them a call, 856-829-8300. That's 829-8300, CPS Computers in Cinnaminson. Hey, if you'd like to be a guest on the Doc and Amy Show and exhibit your talent, let us know about it at www.thedocandamyshow.com, right there on the World Wide Web. That's thedocandamyshow.com. If you're an up-and-coming performer, if you have some kind of talent you'd like to showcase on our program, we'd love to have you. Just let us know. www.thedocandamyshow.com. You could be our next star. Okay, well, we are back. We have, in case you just tuned in, we just spoke with Erin Murphy, who played Tabitha on Bewitched, and lots of other things. A very busy lady, very energetic, all kinds of credits to her name. It was a delightful conversation, and we hope to have her back sometime. Now, Amy's got a few items that she is going to present to us, things from the news.
Well, I kind of wanted to do this one because today's the last day of the Olympics. It's been going on for a few weeks now. It's going to be the closing ceremony, and we watched some of the Olympics.
Yes,
I wanted to watch some of the hockey. We kind of missed that.
We watched curling
last week. Yeah, we talked about it last week. That was interesting, and actually that leads me into my first little story. I have a couple fun facts about the Olympics.
Yes.
Thank you. Thank you.
I was listening.
So my first fun fact is, I don't know if you knew, but fans of the sport curling are called stoners.
Okay. Well, that's how convenient.
Because they push a stone. There you go. Okay. Also, Putin has penned a spoof song, which he will be personally singing at the closing ceremony, called Missing Ring of Fire.
Okay.
He's going to be singing that tonight. You like that one?
Oh,
okay, good. I'm so glad.
I'm delighted.
So apparently the biathlon wasn't an Olympic sport until 1978, when it was added after the release of Ron Jeremy's adult film, I Put the O in Olympics.
Well, they apparently didn't put the limp in there, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Sorry.
So wrong.
I know.
Okay. If you think about it, ice hockey is basically a sport whose winner is determined by who handles the stick better. Let's just be honest.
Okay.
You want to think about it in simplistic terms.
I just thought I'd leave a little pregnant pause there just for the heck of it.
Okay. Another interesting fact is that at the next Olympics are going to include the sport ice fishing, and it will take place in Hillary Clinton's pants.
Where there's both ice and fish.
I'm so mean. And then just one last one. Mm-hmm. The Olympics has some mascots, which I didn't know until I went online to check it out. They are the hare, the leopard, the snowflake, the ray of light, and Sergeant Gay Conversion Therapy. Isn't that adorable?
Yeah, that probably came from the bobsled.
Yeah. Isn't that nice? So that was my little...
That's
fun Olympic tidbits.
Yes, we should have played the Olympic theme.
There's going to be no more. I don't think we're allowed. We'll get in trouble.
I know. We get busted for
and I don't want to mess with Russia right now. Not that they own it, but I mean, geez. It's been interesting reading about the stories.
Yes.
It's just, it amazes me how different other countries are. Like in this country, if there were stray dogs running around.
They're full of foreigners.
They wouldn't pull them off the streets and just euthanize them.
No, they pretty much just let them go.
Yeah, but you don't. And here you don't see stray dogs. Now I've been to Europe
because they're delicious.
A lot, and there's stray dogs everywhere. Yeah. You don't see. I can't tell you the last time I saw a dog running around. Like you don't see that. You just don't. You don't see it here. You go to Greece and Spain. There's dogs everywhere, like stray dogs just running around everywhere.
Packs of wild dogs marauding.
No, it's just weird. Like you don't realize till you go out of the country how different things really are everywhere. It's interesting. So
yeah, and they talk funny.
And they talk funny.
Yeah. Well, I was perusing the news, and just a few things caught my eye. This one in particular, this 10-year-old Norwegian was pulled over. He was driving his, I guess, mom and dad's car. He put his sister in the car and his 18-month-old sister and headed for the grandparents' house, which was 37 miles away.
Wait, and how old is this kid? 10?
So when he veered off the road, a snowplow driver found him, alerted the police. The police showed up, and he tried to convince the police that he was a dwarf. Yeah.
I mean,
Now-
not to condone this, but this kid's smart.
It gets better because let me find it here.
That's crazy.
Well, he did it again this week. He took his parents' car for a joyride last week, and then this week, claiming he was a dwarf who forgot his driver's license, he took off again. And one of his relatives was visiting the family. He jumped in their car, and he actually got about 19 miles before stopping. This time the police weren't buying it. The dwarf story is it always, the jig was up. And I was thinking, that wouldn't happen around here because nobody in New Jersey at any age can go 6 miles without hitting something.
Yeah, really.
So,
that is very true.
Yeah. But my God love him. He's a very enterprising lad.
So wait, tell me again, where is this kid?
Norway.
I was going to say in the U.S. they would have had the parents in jail.
Well, they actually reported the family to child services. And
That's insane.
So forth
I mean,
and so on.
one time you can't. I mean, my kids wouldn't. My car keys are out all the time. They don't grab my car and start driving.
Well, there's no internet in the car, so.
Oh, stop.
Yeah. That was a story that really jumped out at me because the first episode was unique enough, but it could hit the road
crazy.
again, which was pretty interesting. And now also, here's something that really appealed to me. It looks like they have determined that Clowns of America International was quoted by the New York Daily News saying that there is an imminent clown shortage on the horizon.
Yes. I hate clowns. That's awesome. It's the best news I heard all day.
Nobody's going into clownism anymore.
Awesome. Well,
I gave it some thought.
They scare me.
Well, I wouldn't, wear the outfit at home because you don't have the clowns.
God.
But that's something I could. I mean, I was the week I became a grandfather. I also became a mascot for a professional ball team.
That's different than a clown. That's
not
not
much,
a clown.
not the way I do it.
Yeah, it's different though. It's different. You're not wearing makeup and you don't look like a freaky clown of death.
I'm wearing makeup now.
Clowns are evil. And if you're not evil, once you get dressed up as a clown, you become evil.
You do.
And they harm people.
There's Chucky. All of
There's news stories everywhere.
about marauding clowns. Yes,
There
along
is.
with the dogs.
I don't know
yes.
where you've been, but
Clowns
I read
running
them all
in-
the time.
Clowns running in packs. Yeah, whatever. Now in.
Oh, God, I just got a visual. Oh, you're killing me.
I'm sorry.
Oh.
Now in Finland, we're going from Norway to Finland here. What they're doing with the reindeer is painting their antlers in luminous paint so that the drivers can see them if they get in the road.
It's actually pretty smart.
It's obviously headlights. It's
Oh,
self-defining, headlights. If Santa Claus should have thought of this.
That's a really good idea.
How often are you going to find a reindeer with a glowing light bulb on his nose? And I'm sure Rudolph's getting up there in years, so this might be
Yeah.
on one of those foggy.
That's actually brilliant. I mean, of course, they can't catch every reindeer.
What they it's fluorescent paint to reduce the number of road kills. It doesn't say how they accomplished this, so that part is just up to your imagination.
That's really smart, though.
Yeah, glowing reindeer is
Glowing reindeer.
that's if only we had that here.
Yeah, all these New Jersey reindeer everywhere. There are a lot of deer around, but this winter, I've seen, I did see a dead skunk yesterday, but I've seen no roadkill because none of the animals are coming out. Because the weather's been so bad and it's been so snowy, you don't even see any animals. Now, that excludes the last few days, of course, but...
I was walking through... what town did I go to the other day for that magazine interview?
Collingswood?
Collingswood, thank you. And it had snowed, and in every yard that I passed, I was walking up to the theater. There were rabbit tracks. Every yard had rabbit tracks. Yes, rabbits in New Jersey, I have noticed in my travels, are the most brazen animals I think I've ever.
Yeah.
You have to almost step over them. In Indiana, you'll get within 50 yards and they bolt. Around here, they look at you like, where are you going?
Yeah. What are you doing here?
What, am I in your way? What's the problem? Oh my
gosh.
I have seen. I mean, I have almost stepped on rabbits here, and I never saw that happen before. Now we're going to move to Germany. We're not moving to Germany. Don't get it. We're going to refer to Germany.
I kind of knew that.
Yes. This one German lady has a 3-year-old Arabian horse that she brought into her house to get it out of the weather, and it won't leave. Like a bad relative. And it looks like it actually looks like some of my relatives.
That's delightful.
Stephanie Arndt told Germany's Die Welt newspaper that it spends most of the time in her house rather than at the stables nearby. And here's where the thing, I mean, there is a picture, but it kind of diverges from reality here when she reports that the horse, thank you, Mr. Ed, the horse enjoys human pursuits, including eating sweets, drinking fruit juice, and playing the keyboard.
What?
Yeah. So I'm trying to picture that.
How can a horse play a keyboard?
Yeah, that was kind of my point.
Maybe with its antlers.
It doesn't have opposable hooves or anything.
Opposable hooves.
I don't. But this I would have to see. They need to post
That's
that.
crazy.
Yeah, get a little YouTube thing going there.
Yeah.
The horse jamming.
Grumpy horse instead of grumpy cat.
Okay. So I don't know. It is
Wow.
The Liberace of horses is in Germany now. So.
Oh boy.
So
watch your back.
Very good. Very good.
Thank you.
Now you said you had a quiz.
I do.
That you had cooked.
I do.
Now, this isn't one of those Cosmo quizzes, is it?
No, I don't do Cosmo quizzes. I don't read Cosmo. It's ridiculous.
That's what I always thought.
That's crazy. Okay. This I did because our oldest loves the Hunger Games, as do I. I'm a huge fan of the books and the movies and stuff, so I picked this one today. So, the quiz is how would you win the Hunger Games? And you've seen them both.
How would
movies.
I personally win?
How would you win the Hunger Games? Okay.
Cheat.
Actually, it's actually the quiz is what actually is your biggest flaw? What's your biggest flaw? Now
So it went from how would I win the Hunger Games
the
to
first
what's
question.
my biggest.
That was my bad. That's the first question. It's what actually is your biggest flaw. Now I could have just cut this short and just told everybody, but we only have 13 minutes left, so I'm just going to do the quiz. So
how about if I show you one of my flaws right now?
Okay, so first question, how would you win the Hunger Games? Hunting, wit, cheating, I'm a murder machine.
Wit.
I kind of knew that.
Yes.
Okay, what makes you cry the most? Your family, your appearance, late night infomercials, or sad movies?
My family.
I knew that too.
Yes.
You get to kill off a Harry Potter character. Who would you pick? Ron, Draco, Hermione. I don't know. I never
Hermione.
say Hermione. Whatever. I can never say that right. Or a pansy.
Well, I'm not that familiar with.
We'll just pick one.
What was the second one? Was Draco?
Draco.
Yeah. Okay. We'll kill
He's
Draco.
bad. So, how do you feel about Lena Dunham? Lover, hater, who, or who cares?
Who?
Okay. I figured.
No, who?
Okay, that's the answer. Which coworker do you hate the most? The one who kisses, I'm editing this, who kisses butt, the ice princess, the slacker, or the guy who tries too hard to be your friend?
I would have to say the first one.
Yeah, I figured you'd pick that too. You get to kill off a Disney princess. Which one would you like to kill?
Oh, I have to choose?
Pocahontas, Ariel from The Little Mermaid,
yes.
Cinderella, Snow White, or Sleeping Beauty?
It's
a hard decision.
I would have to say Cinderella because her days are numbered. You can't walk around in glass shoes
There you
without
go.
bleeding to death at some point.
Okay, what is your best quality? You're friendly, you don't take life too serious, you live in the moment, or you're generous.
I don't take life too seriously. Seriously.
Really? Okay. If you like pina coladas, okay, and then you have to finish
And
the
dancing in
sentence.
the rain.
Yeah, and getting caught in the rain.
Getting caught in the rain, that's right.
Okay, and fighting crime with McBain, or making out with Bruce Wayne, and killing snakes on a plane. Which one would you like to pick for the ending?
I would like to. I think killing snakes on a plane, that
I
serves
thought
some
that would be
purpose.
funny.
Yeah.
What's the worst thing you've ever laughed at? Clumsy people in infomercials. A child trips and falls. Sarah McLaughlin ASPCA infomercials. Or South Park.
I like seeing kids fall.
Yeah, that's pretty funny. Okay.
That does it for me.
How many times did you lie on this quiz? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Most of it or all of it? Or 0?
0.
Okay. So you are ups. I hate it. Does the auto
And this
thing.
tells me how I would win 100.
This is your personality flaw. This is your personality flaw.
Oh, okay. I got you.
So you're too competitive. Be proud, superhuman. You worry about the things other people are too busy sleeping and eating to think about. You can sleep and eat when you're dead.
Right.
So that's your personality flaw. You're too competitive. I don't know if I agree with that quiz.
Well, just because I did it better than you?
Oh, my gosh.
Anyway.
Whatever.
Well, the quizzes are always fun. So now we know that I'm...
And if anybody wants to do the quizzes, sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt you, but before I forget, they're on BuzzFeed. That's where I find all my quizzes. So there's a lot of fun stuff on there.
Yes.
I always get the quizzes. They're fun to do.
Yeah,
So.
and they're just as believable and helpful as the ones in Cosmo.
They're just supposed to be fun. They're not supposed to be believable or helpful. So.
Yeah, I've seen the things, on the cover of Cosmo.
Oh, they're ridiculous.
10 reasons he's going to leave you or whatever. Top 10 things guys like. And they're idiotic. So, I think that's a much better source for the quiz. That was, of course, lots of fun. What I also happened to find this trip through the internet. Kind of weird news, kind of things that I drift toward. They say that cows listening to slow jams produce more milk.
Really?
Yeah.
Maybe because it de-stresses them?
It could be, or maybe, the dancing cheek to cheek, makes them lactate. I don't know whatever they call that. I guess that's a lactation. I don't know.
Wow.
But it's in the Modern Farmer, the magazine Modern Farmer, and I have to renew my subscription to that, reveals that cows who listen to slow, soothing jams produce 3% more milk than cows who listen to fast music. And
do they actually play music to cows?
Well, yeah, they don't have their own band. They're too busy
Oh, my
being
gosh.
milked. That would be a cow band. That would be something.
That would be something. Maybe the horse could play the keyboard.
The
German
they'd
horse.
have their own label, Mootown. I don't know what. Anyway, they say fast music has no effect. Recommended tunes include Orinoco Flow and Moon River.
Oh, I know.
Moon River.
Jeez.
A 2001 study by the University of Leicester found that Euro Club classics, including Moose Tea versus Hot and Juicy's Horny, failed
That's
to
the
produce
most ridiculous
positive
thing I've
lactation
ever heard
results.
you say, ever,
What?
in my life.
What's that?
You,
This is a 2001 study. They're just releasing it. I wonder why.
no, the
they
name
kept
of
it-
that song, I never thought I'd hear you.
What?
Moose Tea. What? You're supposed to be, Moose Tea. And, you're like, Moose Tea.
I don't even know who Moose Tea is.
Is it Moose Tea, like the letter T, or TEA?
No, it's T as the capital T.
Oh, okay. I never heard
And
of
the other
Moose
band
Tea
is
either.
Hot and Juicy. So,
Yeah.
that one.
That's
I don't
probably
know
the-
that one either.
Thanks.
The band.
Oh, okay.
Yes. So if you have cows, maybe I don't know if Erin has cows. If she's still listening, then this slow jam music will make them produce more milk. I found that intriguing.
I think I read that article too. I think at the end, I don't know if you read to the end, it said something about if they listen to Dennis Rodman talk, they immediately die. So don't ever play. He did a couple songs or play an interview.
You just show them the picture and they're like, that's my uncle.
They just die.
Yeah.
So just don't let them listen to Dennis Rodman.
I wouldn't encourage listening to Dennis Rodman under any circumstances, regardless of your species. So anyway, these are just random things that popped out at me, and I thought they were going to be funnier than they were, but that happens to me a lot. There were some other things here. Let me see if I have anything of a woman was jailed, and this was in South Carolina. Kayla Finley got jailed for failing to return an overdue VHS copy of Monster-in-Law.
What?
Yes. Apparently,
come on.
She checked it out in 2005 and still had it. And she got arrested for theft. What she should have been arrested for was her taste in movies for even watching Monster-in-Law.
Wow.
Apparently, though, I just saw an update on the story. Yeah. The store dropped the charges. I guess they were, purging their VHS records.
Well, you don't know though. Maybe they contacted her a million times and she didn't pay, which isn't right either. I mean, if you keep the copy,
all they have to do is charge your credit card that you rented the movie with.
Maybe you can rent movies from the library and you don't have to give a credit card. You just give your library card.
But this was rented from a Blockbuster.
Oh, okay.
No, it was the now defunct store Dalton Video.
Oh, I've heard of that before.
Yeah. So officers in Pickens, South Carolina, took Finley into custody when she went to report a crime, and they discovered there was a warrant for her arrest.
Oh my God!
For not returning Monster-in-Law.
Wow.
Yeah.
That might be in the Guinness Book of World Records.
Yeah, I mean, isn't that double jeopardy? A crime for a crime. The movie was a crime.
Yeah, she should have burned it.
Yeah, that was a criminal event. That movie was.
Wow.
Anyway, so what we would like to do is thank you for listening to the Doc and Amy Show. We enjoyed bringing you another hour of. Fun and games, and we also want to thank Erin Murphy for visiting with us.
It was
very
awesome.
Delightful.
Yeah, she's cool.
Yes, do look her up. I have contacted her on Twitter. She has a Twitter account. She's all over, as she said, Google. And there are episodes you can still watch of Bewitched right on YouTube. So, that is something that you should do.
Now, who do we have next week?
Next week, we have. I just shut my computer. We have, and will be up on our website. We have a fine young comedian who is a best-selling author, and she. Yes, and.
That's okay.
I'm going to destroy her last name.
Suspenseful. We'll be suspenseful.
It's you look at our website, thedocandamyshow.com.
You want to find out, it'll force you to go there.
Yes, you go to the events page. The schedule is up. You can see what kind of things we have coming up, so that you'll know that you have to tune in just to take part in that. You can visit us, www.thedocandamyshow.com. You can tweet us at Doc and Amy Show. And you can join us right here again next Sunday, and feel free to call in, and we will chat with you. So for all of us here, we're going to sign off with a song, and Amy has chosen this, so she can...
Todd Chappelle country song titles.
Todd Chappelle...
It's very, very
a
funny.
Song made from country song titles.
Yes,
is what I'm
it's
guessing.
awesome.
Okay.
It's my new favorite.
Everybody enjoy Todd Chappelle, and we will see you next week.
Bye.
I'd rather pass a kidney stone than another night with you. If you really loved me, then you'd leave. I liked you better before I knew you so well. Babe, you hurt the love right out of me. Don't come home drinking with loving on your mind. I hate every bone in your body except mine. Well, I'm so miserable without you, it's just like having you here. Babe, I'm getting gray from being blue. But if you don't leave me, I'll find someone who will. Is it cold in here or is it you? I'm just a bug on the windshield of life. If you want to keep the beer cold, put it next to my ex-wife. If you want to know just how you done me wrong, it's all there in the title of the song. Walk out backwards slowly so I'll think you're walking in. Your teeth are stained, but your heart is pure. I'd kiss you through the screen door, but it might strain our love. Why have you left the one you left me for? It's not the high cost of living, but the cost of living high. Get your tongue out of my mouth, 'cause I'm kissing you good.